Hey, what is going on, guys? It is PWG Tech here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be going over how to create a content type in the fields, and then creating a content of that type within Drupal. So I know that since we're creating a content type, you might think you'd want to go to Drupal content, but that's not true. We'll go there later. We first would start off with structure, and then from structure, you're going to want to go into content types. Now, what you do to want to get a separate content type is that you just do add content type, and then you basically just fill out everything you want to fill out, the name, maybe even a little description, which would just act as a reminder for the page that I'll go back to, and then you could just save and go, and then that would basically create your content type. So I already have some content types here. So if you wanted, so in this case, we're going to use course. I didn't add the description. As you can see, the description basically be like, oh, this is basically a class that you could take in college. So what I'd want to do here to add a field next, after I've created the content type, was I'd go to manage fields. I would go to add field. And in this case, we're going to just call this course ID, for example. And course ID, that would be an integer. So you'd want to go to number and integer. Obviously float and decimal are different, but because in course ID you just want a typical number 1 through 100. Label course ID, save and continue. And then I'd usually just like to have a limited number of values. You're going to want to save those field settings. And then this again is just to kind of help you understand it. And I usually, and minimum, maximum, prefix, these are all optional right here. And then just do save settings. And then as you can see, I have course ID right here. Great. So since my content type is course, what I'd want to do is I'd want to create a content of that type. So what that means is that I'd have to create a course. So then when you go to create a course, you go into content right here, and then you add content. So this is how you add the content of that type. And obviously the type is course. And now, what are we going to name the course? Let's just think of a really simple course we all had to take, Math 140, and that was Calculus 1, and then available seats, and then we just fill out all these other fields that I had already created. So available seats 12, date and time, let's go with today's date, 05/03/2020, time, this is hour, minute, second, and then AM or PM. So let's just say it's at 1:20 p.m. Professor, Professor John Smith. Course number. So the course number I have in this case would be 140, which is different from the course ID. Credits. This was 4 credits. Location. Thomas 200, Thomas Building 200, and then course ID, let's just say this is the 5th course offered by Penn State, for example. So then press save here, and then boom, this is what we have. So we have Calculus 1, all the info that we did, so we'd have 12 available seats. Date and time, Sunday, May 3rd, 2020 at 1:20. Professor John Smith, course number 140, credits 4, location Thomas 200, and then this is where we have our course ID, which is 5. So overall, it's not too bad. It's fairly straightforward. Once again, it's just easy to have some sort of refresher, someone to ease you into it. So I hope this was a big help to you, and I hope that this saves time for you in the future. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment below.